Who are we?
Nobodies!
Speak for yourself.
Okay. We're Canadian filmmakers with the dream of surviving financially on the backs of our films.
Welcome to our show where we bring people along on our film journey.
Maybe we can learn a thing or two.
Maybe we can teach people a thing or two while drinking beers.
I mean, if you can't drink beers while filmmaking, what's the point?
We are Fable Forest Films, failing our way to success.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. I mean, our show. First Frames First. All right, hello, and welcome to First Frames First.
My name's Adrian Constant.
I'm Jason Green, your host for the Fable Forest Films podcast. We have a special guest in store today, Mr. Zach Parsons.
Hey.
Actor extraordinaire. And hyper-talented individual.
Yes.
Let's talk about him like he's not in the room.
He's a triple threat.
He is a triple threat.
Here's the thing, what we're going to do. We are never going to talk to Zach the entire time.
Yeah, like his music is amazing.
Yes.
Not only is he a fantastic actor, like amazing.
I can't really dance that well, though.
Well, we have to think of what else might be your triple threat.
Yeah, what
acting, singing.
I did actually.
You can grow a mean beard.
I was in a music video where I had to dance all day, and it almost killed me.
So I will say before we get going, this is our final week where we are going to be taking all the entries from our 12 DVDs of Christmas contest that we've been running on Twitter and Facebook. So if you're watching this video, all you have to do is go to YouTube, make sure you're subscribed, add a comment in this YouTube video before December 25th, 2017, and you're going to be entered to win a copy of Bickerman's Grove, which is our holiday film.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, good luck.
For sure.
What's our beer today, Adrian?
Our beer is called Keller Premium Lager.
Oh, Keller.
Yes.
Do we all?
This
open
says
at the same time?
If you want to.
Keller.
Zach, now listen. I don't have to tell you.
I don't understand,
There could not
why
be
this says Butthole Keller.
Zach's looking at the beer. There could not be a more look of disgust.
No, I was just trying to look at it because I was just the optometrist and they put those drops in my eyes. So
okay.
I was
Just trying to get into
Cheers.
it. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
This is about Christmas festivities.
For sure. This is why we have my hat
Yeah.
and,
Some
our
balls.
one
Jason's
for each of us.
Yeah, Jason's tribal.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, welcome, Zach. Have you? First of all, are you following us on Instagram? That's what. That was Adrian's.
Yes.
That was Adrian's for. Zach, hello. How are you? How have you been? Listen, are you following us on Instagram?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to know.
Yeah,
I was just curious.
important.
Are you posting on Instagram a lot?
Not a whole lot.
Okay, because
I like every once in a while I'll be like, oh, I should probably do that.
Yeah, because otherwise I would probably see one of your posts come up, but I haven't noticed it. So,
Adrian, why don't you take a second?
Yeah.
And introduce Zach properly.
Okay.
When you first meet him?
So
That's a good story.
it is a pretty good story actually. I'll start. You fill in some of the blanks.
Okay.
So basically,
Zach's been with us all along.
from the very beginning.
From the very beginning. I was a greenhouse star supporting.
Yeah.
Bickerman's Grove star supporting.
Yeah.
Postmen
Yeah.
superstar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So Zach is involved in everything, and that's what happens when you have an actor of such caliber.
Yeah.
Is that you if you can get that person to be involved in your project, you're gonna raise the stakes of your project. You're gonna make it look good. So it was a weird story.
I might start because So me and my friend had we were at a bar for our other friend's birthday, just in uptown Waterloo there, and this friend of mine and myself, we were chatting with this girl who happened to be there, and my friend, I think he bought her a few drinks and he was chatting her up, and she so he was like, so what do you do? And she was like, I work at a pharmacy in Stratford. And he was like, oh, I actually also work in Stratford. I'm at the festival. At the time, he was doing doing background stuff at the Stratford Theatre Festival. And so she's like, oh, what do you do? And he's like, I'm an actor. And she's like, oh, my boyfriend is a director. And he was just like, dang. But we kept chatting, and then you come running over, and that was my first impression of you was just like, I've got a movie for you guys.
Why am I Australian? Okay.
Because you're Australian. That's
Shut
what.
your mouth.
So this story could have been better. And what I wanted to explain is that the next time you tell this story, nobody else will have watched this podcast. Don't even worry about it. Next time, you're hitting on his wife instead.
Oh,
Okay? Better. That's a better version. You're welcome. I'm producing already.
Yeah, no, and so I ran up, because I met your friend first. And I chatted to him, and I told him about the movie. And I told him about Greenhouse, and I told him about the person that I was looking to play a character. And I was like, I'm looking for someone who's it's going to be tough, but they have to play a handicapped character. And your friend just like lifted his arm and like patted you on the back a couple times.
He's like, let me tell you who can play handicapped. Like a champion.
Yeah. No, I mean, and the thing is, yeah. And then we started chatting, and then,
And I remember you said, I got a script. Give me your email right now. I'll send it to you tomorrow. And at this point, like, we'd all been drinking, and so I was just like, oh, it was just some random drunk at a bar. He's not going to email me a script tomorrow. But sure enough, tomorrow, the day after, I got an email. It was like, here's a script. Let me know if you're interested.
Yeah. No, we were full ball. At that stage, we were a go. It was, and it was going to be a long, hard slog, because it was going to be a movie shot on weekends. Yeah.
So how long did it take to shoot I Was a Greenhouse again? Was it over the span of
2.5 months? What do you think, Zach?
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember about that. 2.5 months,
like
3 months.
Weekend.
Yeah, we filled up the weekends pretty good trying to get it done.
Because there's scenes in the winter. Kind of.
Autumn.
Autumn?
Yeah.
With ice
Cool.
with ice in the water?
Yeah, but that was shot separately, just special with Derek. So the whole movie like some of the final scenes were done in the cold autumn.
I seem to remember
with little girls.
a certain scene of my character playing in a sprinkler.
Okay.
When it was like -8 outside.
I know.
And they made me run through a sprinkler that was like probably freezing on its way down. And then you didn't put it in the movie.
Well, it was so stupid because it was so cold. No,
It's supposed to be a sprinkler, but it was just ice hitting him.
And I will tell you, it's actually shocking how much of the movie you cut out because it doesn't quite fit.
Or like go the way you want it.
Yeah, or it doesn't quite work out. It doesn't quite vibe. There was one huge scene which, when I was writing it, became so emotional. Was the little girl? She becomes brave enough to like leave her mother's side. She's like always at her mother's side, and then the one time she gets brave enough to like leave her mother's side and take a tool over to this new man who's sort of moved into the lives of this family.
Deuce,
Which
No.
Okay, just let me finish the story before you railroad me here, you son of a gun. And anyway, then she's supposed to take the tool over to Deuce. And when I watched the movie a couple of times, I had it in there at first, but it just didn't play. You didn't quite understand. You know what I mean? It wasn't really set up properly, so you didn't really understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, so it's got to go if it's going to hurt your story.
Now, people haven't seen My Huntsville Muse yet. Now, have you heard anything about it? We shot a little short
Is it the
film
one you did with
James McDougall, and
Right.
Anna Pansier.
I've heard about it. You haven't put
Alana.
anything out, have you?
Alana, yeah.
No,
No,
nothing.
we just some screenshots and things like that. But
I think I've seen those.
but now there's an edit completed.
Yes, there is. There is sort of just a first run.
5 minutes, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Things
Is it a short?
Things probably
Yeah,
have
so-
to go.
No, do you know what?
I'm just kidding.
Seriously, Jason. So I will say one of the times that makes me the angriest is, so for Postmen, no. Well, it's just when you put an edit together and you think everything's in place, and then another opinion comes into the room, and they're like, blah, 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 cut this out. Blah, 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 you gotta cut this out. And first
Is that how I sound?
That is exactly how he sounds. And at first you get really mad because this asshole has come into the room and is destroying your creative beauty until you calm down and you kind of you
you calm down, you do it, And then after you watch it, you're like,
yeah, that
that's
is
better.
It's tough, right? It's
Yeah.
tough. So anyway, yes, I did not know that deuce was another word for a log in the toilet when I named the lead character.
Can I just
Deuce
say that
in the first movie.
you've been really, you've had clean language so far in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that a conscious decision to make?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, good. We're tidying this show up.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's more family friendly.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Are you tired of shooting in the cold? I'm just curious, or do you like it?
What do you mean?
Well,
I haven't actually done that since.
in
Well,
4 years.
it was even your play that you did was freezing outside. Now are you cold
It
when
wasn't
you're
that bad.
Okay, so let's just while we're here, let's
It
just
was
talk.
late August compared to now. It was nothing.
Let's talk about timeline for Zach. Zach actor. Zactor.
Yeah.
Zactor?
So-
Zach Sound and Zactor and Zach Sound.
That's correct.
Those are the.
What was I Was Greenhouse your first acting gig, or
Well,
how you?
well,
My first
start us
major film thing.
start us off with where you started acting, and tell us about the inspiration.
So my first real play was my last year of high school. It was one that we had gotten a new drama teacher, and I had no idea what I wanted to do at this point in life. So we finally got a drama teacher. All throughout high school, it had just been an English teacher who they didn't train to teach drama or whatever. They were just was like, I'll do drama this year, and had a curriculum and just kind of.
All right, I'll do the play.
It was all right, but then my last year we got a dedicated drama teacher.
That's amazing.
And she was really great, and she was the one who encouraged me to go into it. And at that point, I was just I hadn't even thought about it.
Yeah.
But then she was just like, you should do it. You should. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess so. So I did a show that summer. It was like a community theater-ish show, and just with a small part in that. And then I started going to Waterloo for theater.
Mm-hmm.
And then started doing a bunch of the big main stage shows there. And,
This was University of Waterloo?
yeah, University of Waterloo for theater.
Cool.
And then I think it was my second year was when I met you.
Yeah. Oh, so you were still at school when you did Greenhouse, or were you just finishing?
That's why we had to shoot on weekends.
Your fault.
I was that's why I could only shoot on weekends because I had class all week.
You can do whatever you want, but if you want me in the film,
You got to shoot on weekends.
that's fair. That's fair.
Just green screen me in. I'll just shoot a bunch of Shia LaBeouf things. And
Yeah. Just use me wherever.
Deborah.
Put Christopher Plummer in every.
We just needed it 12,000 different ways, Zach.
Yeah. And then, so I graduated there. And then after that, I started working with a guy I had met doing shows at Waterloo, Trevor Kopp. He has a theater company out in Hamilton, Burlington.
Mm-hmm.
And we started workshopping new plays and doing that sort of thing. And then I did that for a bit. And then last year we started this Shakespeare at the Rock,
Which is
an
awesome.
outdoor Shakespeare thing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then that got a huge reception last year, so they want to do it, make it a yearly thing.
That is
so we
great.
Did it again this year, and I've been working with him a lot as well. And then early this year, I moved to Toronto to continue doing more.
How's it going?
Acting stuff and
Yeah. Tough.
well,
lot of actors.
no, it's just that I've been, especially basically since July. I've been working with Trevor out in Hamilton. Most of the work
Okay.
I've been finding hasn't been in Toronto since moving to Toronto. Because we rehearsed that from early mid-July straight through till September 1st.
Yeah.
And then I workshopped a different new play with him.
This is good. So
October, November.
So you're flexing your acting muscle all the time.
I haven't done much film stuff.
Yeah.
Lately, it's mostly just been theater.
Cool.
But
for people watching, you get pretty rich doing theater. No, would you say? No, I'm just kidding. But
way to be an asshole,
right?
Yeah.
No, but I'm just curious. Are the theater company? They do pay you a.
They like working with Troy. That's like he pays really well.
Yeah.
Like one of his mission statement goals things is especially the first year he wanted to work with kind of local artists and like students, especially like at McMaster, their theater program. He casts a bunch of them and like younger people who want to make a living of it and like pay them a decent wage. Like
that's awesome.
I remember.
That's a big deal.
I remember especially the first year he said like it was very low budget because he's like I don't want to spend a whole lot on advertising or like big giant set pieces or anything like that because I want to be able to pay you guys what you should be paid.
Well, I remember this year you did Merchant of Venice.
Yeah.
Which was great. And I liked it way more than what you did the first year, which was
really?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah.
Which I had never seen either.
Oh, really?
And I had actually never seen the movie Midsummer Night's Dream either.
Yeah.
But I thought Merchant of Venice was great. But what I do remember from Midsummer Night's Dream was that is his name Todd? You said?
Who?
What's his name?
Trevor.
Sorry. I think he came out at the beginning of one of the shows and he kind of explained to the whole crowd. Maybe he did it every night. I don't know. But he talked about his dream for you guys and how he wanted to, make sure he was paying you and all that kind of stuff. And he was basically asking for people to be patrons again. And I thought that was really cool.
That's cool.
So I don't know if
and I wonder
there
if
are big sponsors. And
I wonder if
like
he set up a Patreon account, which makes it really simple for him to get patrons if people want to give via the digital. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something worth mentioning to him.
Well, since it went really big last year, like we've been able to get I think like all kinds of sponsors and people, and especially the RBG. I remember did a lot more this year to kind of get it out there and get people in because it's like a really neat
venue.
Area.
It's awesome.
Venue and
it's Shakespeare in the park.
Yeah, and it's at the Royal Botanical Gardens in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Where you if you get there in advance, if you buy a ticket and you get there in advance, you get to walk around this
really stunning
crazy
garden.
Rock garden and all that kind of stuff.
And it's a longer intermission, and they do guided tours at intermission as well.
So it's also, I mean, the park loves it as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, it was cold when I was there in August. I don't know how that happened because I don't know if you remember this, but
yes, you got sick.
I got sick. I drove home.
No.
I drove home that night. I ended up talking to my dad. Remember, my dad came, and I ended up talking to him for like an hour and a half afterwards, right at the top of the highway there on Highway 6. And I drove home at like 1:30 in the morning. It was freezing on the motorcycle. Anyways, so grumpy, stupid plays.
So I will say about Midsummer Night's Dream is I had never seen it either, and when I came to watch, and I couldn't imagine humor, with Shakespearean language on top of it. Like I just couldn't imagine what would be funny, to those guys back then. That would be hilarious to us now. And there were a couple of points that I laughed out loud because it was so funny.
Yeah.
Some really hilarious things that went down, and that was really eye-opening for me that it could be so hilarious.
A lot of dick jokes and
yes,
just like
Here's
very
the thing.
eloquent and beautiful sounding.
The thing
Dick
is
jokes.
the dick jokes are
Poetic.
amazing.
Yeah, toilet humor is the best.
But and for example, that year we just did it on the grass. We didn't have any set.
But it was still great.
And we had mics, but that was it. Just us out there with some basic costumes. And this year we actually had they put a stage. We had a stage there.
Oh, nice.
We had like kind of rudimentary set pieces, those like big masts that kind of went up and down.
these boxes that they
bit better
they
lighting
move
as well.
things around and turn them into ships, turn them into the side of a building.
That's
blah, blah,
really
blah.
cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Wow.
So
So another step up, and now are you guys scheduled to do something next year?
we are, yeah.
Good for you.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it is yet. But...
Oh,
Don't worry.
don't worry about
2
it.
people listen to this show, so
Oh, okay.
just throwing it out there. You're gonna get some major. You're not gonna get very much hype from this show. Is what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah.
we're growing every time.
Yeah. By like half a person
Oh, that's good.
each episode.
That's why.
So by the time we die, we'll have like 30 people that listen to us.
Yes. That's. I mean, if you're listening to us,
Yeah.
thank you. Ye few.
Ye few. Merry Christmas. So listen. So Zach, with Fable Forest, Zach has played. Now moving away from stupid theatre.
Yeah.
No, theatre's the best. I love theatre. I think it's amazing. Zach has played 3 characters with us, including Postmen.
Yeah.
And the first one was as a young boy by the name of Jordan, who was handicapped. Now, I will say that people believed that he was a handicapped person.
100%.
100
To the point where my wife and I watched Greenhouse,
Yeah.
and then when my wife first met Zach, she was like, oh, "He's not handicapped."
Yeah. That's a testament. That's a testament to great acting. Come on.
I think so. Now you got that a lot for a while, didn't you?
Well, mostly just you guys telling me stories of people going, but no one actually came up to me and
I
said,
thought that you had said somebody wanted you to call their friend or something like that because they didn't believe that you. I don't know. I can't remember, but it was something like
Somebody
that.
wanted to talk.
One of
wanted
your
you to-
friends, or one of your friends' friends, had watched
I think
the
it was
movie.
Cassandra.
Oh,
could
She
have
had a
been.
friend. One of her friends
Didn't believe
Yes,
that you were-
she called and I was like, "Oh, hello."
Deborah?
Oh, now that you
Deborah?
now that you mention, I totally forgot about that.
Cool. And then after that, we had another angsty teenager character,
Amazing.
Lol, who has one of my favorite pieces of Bickerman's Grove, which is when he's doing the poem outside of the window.
So Zach is wearing eyeshadow. He's got fishnet stockings on his hands.
On his hand, yes, and the scene just before that
Sharpied my.
with his dad, where Dad, this is a family home. When are you gonna stop ripping up your mom's pantyhose? Everyone says they look good.
They were ad-libbing. I think.
going
I
on
think.
my Tumblr.
Yes, that was it. You're like, tell that.
Amazing.
He's
Tell
like,
it
you
to
look
my
like a
Tumblr
fairy
followers."
boy. Tell that to my Tumblr followers.
No, it's amazing. There are some scenes in that movie with you in them that I just love so much. So that was character number 2.
And that clip of me getting punched going viral.
Yes, that's right. So how many views did it get?
Oh, it got like.
Because on Reddit,
It got like 60,000 on YouTube.
Yeah.
I remember it went from like, I remember seeing it when I like copied the link. It was like 200 views,
yeah.
and within 24 hours, it was like 60,000 views
Yeah.
or something like that.
So it was a Reddit post about things that went wrong on set.
And I commented on it. I not thinking anyone would pay attention. I come back and like it's got like dozens and dozens of comments and like a couple thousand upvotes, and people just like I had mentioned that there was a clip somewhere on YouTube. And someone was like, "We got to find this. You got to give this clip." And then so I posted that.
Zach got punched in the face.
Yeah. So
For reals.
Ange, the actress that Zach was working with in that scene, he's supposed to be coming on to her, and she's happens to be his cousin. So it's a little bit weird. But it's not weird when there's only like 2 people in when it's a town of 8 people.
I mean, it's still a little weird.
It's a little weird. And then she punches him, and her fake punch turned into a real punch, as it landed pretty good.
Yeah. That was good stuff.
Yeah. So and then that was probably the second character, and then
Also a winter shoot.
Yeah.
Greenhouse was kind of fall.
This was more of a winter shoot for sure. It was quite
legit
cold.
winter.
I mean, probably more for Greg than you. Running around in his
Strong
underwear.
man, hey?
Yeah.
Strong man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Postman, the lead in Postman.
How's
And
that come out, by the way?
I give him shit about this all the time because all we need is a script that we can do, and we'll make that movie. So that's it. That's all we're waiting for. I'm not pointing any fingers, but it's fucking...
Gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Thought it was supposed to be a family show.
Yeah, okay.
It's not.
Yeah. All right.
But Postmen. We also shot in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, eh?
Yeah, remember you punching
That's
the girl
right.
in the face?
Oh, yeah.
in the snow?
You're doing the little, yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That shot, like, in the trailer there is always
It's pretty good.
my favorite.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And you don't have a leg.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is an interesting
know what?
character
It's-
choice.
You know what's funny?
Oh, did I tell you? I might have told you about this, but it might have been James
Okay.
messaged me like a year or two ago. Saying
Are you
hey-
guys buddies? Are you and James
No,
McCool
no.
buddies?
I mean, I think we added each other on Facebook around the
Because we
Syndicate times,
kind of
but-
competed against each other, right?
Yeah.
and we all met up
At
at
the-
that thing and hung out.
Where I got knifed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he messaged me out of the blue and just said like, "Hey, hope you're doing well. We're doing this either a play or film or something like that, and we're looking for and we need someone like with like a prosthetic leg. Like, would you like maybe want to?" We weren't sure, and I was like, "Oh no, that I have both my legs. That was just a
That is a
prosthetic.
That is amazing.
Dave Guthrie is going to love that.
Yeah, man. That is amazing. Dave Guthrie is the gentleman that made the prosthetic knee,
Yes.
the knee stump.
But I was like, but I mean, I can play the part.
I can play, and by the way, I know where to get the
someone.
fake leg.
Yeah.
So we for the trailer for Postman, we actually completely ruined my son's mattress.
Yeah, because I was like, how are we going to do that? We're going to cut this in here. And I was like, but that
So
mattress there?
I
And
cut
you
the
just,
mattress.
Like, I was like, wait, this is his bed.
We snipped all the wires, all the coils, and then
Jason, you were committed to Postman.
for about a year, I stuffed it full of stuff, and that continued to be his mattress.
Oh,
You can't.
Did he know about it?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
but listen,
yeah, Lex was there.
you can't. Sometimes a little boy wants to put things in holes, but you can't put things in holes when there's jagged metal spikes from. Just saying, be careful. Be careful, kids.
Don't
Don't do it.
do that.
This is
thing
the
to your
Christmas show,
mattress.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. Putting things in mattresses.
Anyways, so we put a prosthetic leg on, and we did some outtakes where someone was like, "That stump looks infected," and he spritzed it with. Anyways, so we had a good time making.
Do we have that clip? If anyone has that clip,
Yeah.
I have the
It
clip.
was in that. It was in one of the challenges.
Yeah, we put it in. It was like
for the which one was it? But like you were walking around and like
Oh, yeah,
walking and
no, you
talking,
know what
and
it
then
was?
You came up and was like
it
you
wasn't
said
for a
thing,
challenge.
That's
It actually
right.
wasn't for
It
a
was
challenge.
just fun times.
We made a like a behind the scenes secret piece of Postman where I
Oh,
was
was that
like,
it?
I was yelling at people and telling people.
that's right.
Oh, and you were directing things, and you were like, direct something, punch something, or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was pretty fun.
So did we ever post that?
I think
Yeah,
maybe.
I've seen it.
Okay.
So I have been meaning to dredge up all the stuff and get it onto the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And this show might be the motivation to bring all that stuff together, and maybe we post it in the show notes.
So let's to put it. We are very excited about when we get a chance to make Postman. It'll be a lot of fun.
Essentially, it's a film about, let's say, the United States Postal Service, but it's really, we call it the American Postal Carriers, and
But that could change.
can change to whatever.
Yeah.
But it's essentially a story about secret agent postmen who
Civil
are
service,
they're civil
secret
servants. They're in every city, they're in every town, and they fight bad guys. And it was amazing. So much fun. But yeah. So also a winter movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The next movie.
Well, it doesn't have to be in winter. No.
No.
Postman.
It just was. We just shot it in the winter is all I'm saying. The next movie that we're shooting though.
is in the winter, definitely.
Yeah, because it's called Winter Wonderland. So, just throwing it out there. We've already been telling the audience what this movie's all about, so we're gonna tell Zach afterwards.
Oh yes, absolutely. Have you heard? Has Jason mentioned anything to you about this movie?
Are you listening to our podcast yet? You son of a...
Don't worry,
I
it
just
takes
don't
way
listen
too
to
long.
podcasts in
Forget it.
general.
It takes way too
We're
long
casting.
to listen to us.
It's true. That's a good point.
Well, they're usually like an hour and a
This guy knows how to waffle.
How long have we been already?
30 minutes. We're good.
Okay.
All right. Moving on, folks.
Yes, moving on
to Christmas movies.
Yes. This is our special Christmas episode.
This is our special.
We wanted to talk about. We threw a post up about our top 10 Christmas movies.
And what we're going to do is we can run through the list, just our top 10, but then we're going to go to bat. Each of us is going to put forward our favorite Christmas movie.
Okay.
And you're going to go to bat for your movie. Okay.
Oh jeez.
So I'm just going to run through our top 10, and now Zach, your favorite doesn't have to come out of our top 10 list. It can be your own. Jason,
mine probably should be in this list.
Yours probably should be. Okay, so our number 10 was Home Alone.
Okay. I love Home Alone, and I actually just recently watched it. Are we talking about these Christmas movies or not really? We're just...
Poquito.
What does that mean?
Suson. Yeah, Poquito is little. Is it?
I don't know.
He should know.
Is that French?
Am I Spanish?
You've been to Colombia or whatever.
Dominican Republic. I don't think that means I can... Okay. Here's what I love about Home... I'm going to give 2 quick facts about Home Alone. Number 1... There was a section at the beginning where they're all scrambling around in the house, and the one kid eats the cheese pizza that Kevin wants, and he knocks over the Coke, and some kid's nose gets smushed, and he makes a giant mess, right? I don't know if you remember this part, but everybody stops and they look at Kevin, right? And they're like, "Look what you did now, you little shit." And you remember this? So anyways, the dad's cleaning up all the stuff. And he actually throws Kevin's airplane ticket into the garbage. And if you freeze frame the movie, when the dad takes all the stuff and throws it into the trash, if you freeze frame right there, you're going to see his airline ticket that says Kevin on it.
Whoa.
So, when in the next morning, if you haven't seen Home Alone, I mean, watch it. But anyways, the next morning, spoilers for all of these. The next morning, they're packing all the kids in the car. And they're counting heads, and some neighborhood kid came over, right? And so they count him, so they assume they have everybody. And when they get to the airport, and everybody's flying to get on the plane and everything, they didn't have his ticket, so they didn't think...
So they didn't think anyone was missing. Because otherwise, that's a big plot hole. You can see the script people like...
How are we going to deal with this?
How are we going to do that?
Just throw his thing in the garbage. Awesome. And then my second cool plot point is that there is a lot of internet rumors... I don't know if you've heard this flying around.
Yes,
that Kevin McAllister from Home Alone grows up to be Jigsaw from Saw.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because he's such a psychopath. Anyways, I love Home Alone. It's actually a movie I watch, I would say, probably every Christmas season.
Do you know, like, I would say that, like, it's... Home Alone was definitely an inspiration for Bickerman's Grove in some way.
Mm.
Just the creepiness of it. People creeping around a house doing funny things.
Yeah.
Was kind of... part of that. So
I like it a lot.
I don't think I've seen it.
Are you serious?
Home Alone is...
No, honestly,
I might have when I was a kid, but like I have zero recollection of it.
Yeah, it is a good one. Okay. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
Zach, take us away.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Did you put this as number 9?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Miracle on 31st Street is pretty cool.
Yes, a bit of a classic.
So this is the one where there's like a mother-daughter, right? Are we talking about the right one? Mother-daughter. There's she works for like Macy's or something like that, and they get a new Santa Claus, who's actually Kris Kringle.
Who's the real
right?
Santa?
He's the real Santa, and he comes in and he does things like, the mother will come up and they can't find a toy, and he's like, listen, Macy's doesn't have it, but if you go down the street to Gimbals, I think, and look it up, I think I'm right. But if you go down and look at the street, and they have the big red fire truck, and everybody gets angry in Macy's, right? They're like, why the fuck, Santa, are you sending people to the store down the street? And then later on, the mother's like, oh my God, he sent me to the right store. I'm always going to come to Macy's if I can, and everything works out for Macy's or whatever, right? Yeah. But basically, they think that Santa's crazy. And because he's always like, no, I'm the real Santa. Actually, listen, I gotta go soon because I gotta like fly and take all these kids their presents. And they take him to court. They sue him for some reason.
Yeah.
And like the big thing is at some point, all of the they bring in like the United States Postal Service with like a 25 bags of letters for Santa. And anyways, I don't know. I always liked it. It's one of Anne's favorites.
Cool. Now, your wife was in fact the inspiration for putting that on the list.
Yeah, she was. She should probably be here. To be frank.
So your wife is a huge Christmas movie buff.
She is a huge Christmas buff.
Christmas, yeah.
Our Christmas decorations are up like the minute after Remembrance Day.
Yeah.
Yes, the minute after Remembrance Day.
November 11th?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Because
November 11th?
She will not put the Christmas decorations up before Remembrance Day so as not to disrespect our war heroes. But
if there was no Remembrance Day.
But if there was no Remembrance Day, let me just say.
Right after Halloween.
Right after Halloween, the Christmas decorations. She loves Christmas. She gets mad at me all the time. We're renting a house. She gets mad at me that I won't go up on this person's crazy roof and like put
String
Christmas lights all over the place. We have a teeny tiny Christmas tree, but it's like super decorated.
So you shouldn't even be thinking about Christmas till December 1st. That should be a rule.
I mean,
you're hearing Christmas music like mid-November.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I hear you're getting mad, but here's what happens to me. It is July, and we're taking a walk. It's 10:30 at night. The sun is out because it's July, and we're walking for Tim Hortons coffee. And my wife's like, dashing through the snow, and I'm like,
do you know what?
Oh.
Let me tell you a message I sent to my family because they started because
love you, baby.
One of them started one of my aunts started talking smack about the big red guy, and I was like, pump the brakes, auntie. Nobody talks smack about Big Red. And the point being is that what you have is
Clifford, right?
Yeah. Big Red Dog. So what you have
know
is,
about Clifford the Big Red Dog?
I have children now.
Oh, did you know about him before?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, because complete cultural differences.
Yeah, I saw him on Netflix. I was like, oh, it's a Big Red Dog. That's a weird cartoon.
No, it was the books. You had to get
you get the little tiny books when we were kids. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, when you were a kid and when Zach were a kid at different times, so don't lump yourself in the same category.
Here's the thing. Your kids could probably get the Clifford books.
Okay. Now, and so what I did throw down, because they were moaning and groaning about the buying of the presents for Christmas, and I said, look, you have a month of happy music, of like bright lights, of drinking nice drinks, of singing.
Yeah.
Hugging and kissing and things. It's like amazing.
Yeah.
Why would you want that month to go away?
Don't be grumpy.
Yeah. It really is just like with the presents or without the presents. Like the presents are, what's the big deal? It's a whole month of like cool stuff.
And it's magic.
Of celebration.
We were in the mall and the Santa was there, and the little kids were lined up to see him, and some of them get super grumpy, right, if they don't like it or whatever. But some of the kids were just, you should see their faces, super excited to see Santa. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, I think you nailed it. Like, I really like the mood and like the season and stuff like that. I just hate all the gifts and the like the whole thing with like Christmas lists. This is what I want for Christmas. I want this and this and this, and buy me all these things.
Yeah.
I hate buying people because it's just like. Yeah. I could give you money and you could get it yourself. Like there's no it's not personal.
My wife's always been a genius in that she has always gotten me something weird that I didn't realize how bad I wanted it until I got it. And I was
those
like,
are the best kinds of gifts. So like if you're gonna do that, like we're doing Secret Santa and with a bunch of my friends, and this, like you can anonymously message the person you have, and they said like, can you fill out your wish list? And I didn't do it for a while, and then I filled it out, but I just said, like, if you can make something really well, like, doesn't matter what it is, just make me something like that, or just something, like, look up my interests, or, like, think about me and what
you don't want to tell
what I do or what I like, and get me something like that. Honestly, like...
Send me dick pics.
So, like...
You can sell them online.
I don't think that people pay for dick pics. I think you get those for free.
Yeah, I would send them for free. But if somebody
Can you
was
beer me,
paying,
by the way?
You haven't seen my...
There you go. That's fair.
So
next movie.
So I will say that. So yeah, no, I will just say that. Yeah, I love, like, the thing is, I was same as you, Zach. The gifts never really mattered, but like, so when I go to Christmas at Heather's parents' place, Heather's mom loves Christmas, and she loves buying gifts for people. But it's not like big gifts.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that you will use.
Yeah.
She gets
Stuff
you,
that you can use
She gets you
my favorite,
like
too.
every year I'll get
A three
body
pack
wash,
of deodorant.
Yeah, 3-pack of deodorant, toothpaste. I'll get gum. You know, it's the little things like that. But it's the whole, just that morning of sitting around. And I know it's more intense for kids. They're like, I want this thing, and hopefully I get what I want. And it's more. But for us now, it's actually nice just to sit and watch the children as they open their presents.
Did I tell you what Connor wanted for Christmas? This messed me up.
Now he's at an age.
Connor's 14 years old now. Don't forget to look at the camera now. Yeah, come on.
He's not a dumb kid. This is a smart boy.
No. So because I did ask the kids what they want, and he said, I really don't want anything. He was like, maybe I'd like a notebook.
Nice. That's what I said.
I was like,
whenever.
well, that I can do.
Yeah, easy.
And I was like,
you can get it yourself actually.
And the funny part was, I was like, do you want one of those fancy notebooks that are like leather bound and whatever? And he's like, no. He's like, I have one of those. He was like, really, what I want is just a notebook that doesn't have lines, that I can write my Dungeons and Dragons stuff in. He's like writing stories all the time.
Yeah.
So I got him that.
Nice. That is awesome.
I got him other things too because, come on.
Get some Dungeons.
How are we doing?
Themed stuff. You got to pick up on like the subtle
didn't.
hints.
Thing is, they don't need Dungeons and Dragons themed stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I did.
No, I guess you can't say. Yeah.
No, I can't say because let me tell you,
he
listens.
He's one.
He
of
might
the
be
fans.
listening to the show. Also, he's going to start
doing stuff.
He's going to start doing the work. No.
So,
what's number 8?
Moving on. Number 8. It's a Wonderful Life. So that's a classic.
Yeah.
Black and white, old school.
George. What's the main character's name?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't mean for you to look it up, but
Zach, tell us about A Wonderful Life.
Well,
have you
I
seen
have
this
seen
one?
it. I have seen it, but like again, this was a long time ago.
So Buddy hates his life.
And then an angel comes
Yep.
up, sees him on
W.C.
the bridge.
Fields? Is that right?
I'm not
I don't know. Can't remember. Big nose guy.
Sees him on the bridge, and then
No, he
takes
crashes his car.
James Stewart.
what? No,
No. What's his character's name?
no. He walks out.
Oh,
onto
George
the bridge,
Bailey.
George Bailey. Yes.
doesn't he? He walks out on the bridge, and he's going to
he's gonna
jump,
kill himself?
and then the angel comes in and shows him why it's a wonderful life
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
or something.
He basically he shows him what everyone else's life would have been like if he was not around. Essentially, almost
Right.
kind of Scrooge-like.
Yeah. There's a Scrooge element.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is probably our oldest movie of the bunch, and definitely worth a watch. Tugs at the heartstrings. It's really good.
Is this the one where they say every time you have to clap if so that an angel won't die, or every time a bell rings, an angel gets swings?
Yeah.
The other one was Peter Pan. My bad. You gotta clap for Tinkerbell to live.
Is it clap or laugh?
Clap?
Is it clap?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we're moving on. 7 is The Santa Claus.
Can I just say that before you went on, for just a split second, I thought 7 was on our list of best Christmas movies of all time. But it is
When does it
obviously
snow
not.
in 7?
Okay, I don't know. The Santa Claus. You haven't seen The Santa Claus.
I have not.
The Santa Claus is awesome. Have you seen it?
A bunch of times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember watching it a lot, but
It has
I couldn't
Tim
tell
Allen.
you-
It has Tim Allen in it, at the height of his
Tim Allen.
Home Improvement.
Tim Allen,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where at one point he's even doing like, hold on, let me just. There we go.
So
Sorry about that.
yeah. So we're back online, and just we're just asking
some
Zach.
afterwards.
We were just asking Zach about his music here, and his song. He actually sent me a song for Greenhouse, and it's the song that plays out in the final, and it takes you to that place where you know what I mean. It lifts you to that place where you really feel your heartstrings tingle, and the music does that.
I remember when I showed it to you too. You were just like, "Oh, you've got a song? Yeah, we can try it out." Here, let's hear it. And I played it for you, and you've like kind of just sat there for a minute, and you're just like, come downstairs. And then Derek was there too, and I think you brought up the final and was like, I think this might be the missing piece, and then you like just kind of dropped it somewhere, and he's like, this, yeah, I'll fix it later and time it properly. And then you hit play, and it played through,
so
and it was
perfect.
like, it synced up completely with the scenes and stuff like that. And then the crescendo came just as
The
blackout and the credits rolled.
So I will say that that's actually one of my favorite things when adding music, when making a film and adding music, is sometimes you put the music in and they are married so well together that you don't have to do too much. It just works, and it happened with Zach. I just threw it in and it was just perfection. It was great. Great. Oh, awesome. Okay. So
back to Santa Claus.
back to the Santa Claus. Yeah. Tim Allen at the height of his Tim Allenness.
Yes. So my favorite part of the Santa Claus, essentially what happens is Santa Claus lands on Tim Allen's roof, falls off, and dies.
That's morbid and cool.
Right?
Good way to start a movie.
And Tim Allen's running out in his like underwear, and he's like, "What the shit?" And he looks up, and there's like stuff, and he sees the Santa Claus coat,
yeah.
and he picks like a card out, and he's like, "Whoa, it's freezing!" Whoa, like this, and he puts the coat on, and he becomes Santa Claus. Okay, and that's it. And it's like
I have seen this.
It's like the Santa Claus, and it's like if you put the jacket on,
You're
the
Santa.
fat man.
And does he start
Because
changing into
the
Santa
cars-
Yes,
slowly
he
through
gets
the movie?
he gets fat and whatever. And like at one
Like
point,
he tries to shave, and it
Yes.
just kind of grows right back.
That's
he
amazing.
shaves and he gets completely shaved, and he's like, and then it goes, foof.
Like
Nice.
late 90s, early 2000s CGI.
Yeah.
Just like,
I just remember there was a scene where I think they play ZZ Top's Sharp Dressed Man, and he's like walking through the North Pole, and he's fat, and he's got all this stuff on. Like the elves are trying out this like fire retardant suit and stuff. Anyways, it's good. It's pretty funny. It's
You know
cute.
what? Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
make
good.
sure and watch that. All right. Moving on. A Christmas Carol is number 6.
which one? I feel like there's
There's a billion of them.
yeah,
Oh, there is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
probably.
Yeah. There's the one with Patrick Stewart. There's the one with Jim Carrey, the new animated one.
Oh.
There's the
That
original.
one is awesome. The Jim Carrey one I really enjoyed.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's, the most famous one, I can't remember the guy's name, but it's essentially the Scrooge movie.
Yeah.
The Scrooge story.
Yeah.
Is Scrooged on our list?
Yes.
That's the best Scrooge movie of all time. There's Mickey's A Christmas Carol,
Yeah.
which I love.
Do you know what? You're absolutely right. So there are a bunch. So running here, we have A Christmas Carol 2009 with Jim Carrey.
I want to say like George C. Scott or something like that.
We have A Christmas Carol 1951 with Alistair Sim, Jack Warner. We have A Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart, Richard E. Grant. A Christmas Carol TV movie with George C. Scott.
George C. Scott. That's the one.
Yeah. Okay, cool. In 1938 with Reginald Owen and Gene Lockhart. So there's a whole bunch.
The
and
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's the one where that's
the
the one.
Muppet Christmas
You know those
Carol.
old guys. They're always like, these Muppets are a bunch of dicks. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Well, those guys are the Scrooge characters,
He's the Scrooge guy.
or Marley or whatever.
So I will say that this must be actually, because this is based on Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
This must be
Charles Dickens wrote it.
Yeah, the original book. So this must be one of the most popular Christmas tales ever conceived.
Probably, yeah.
It probably is.
In fact, there's a movie out right now. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's actually called The Man Who Invented Christmas, and it is about him and how he was crazy and how he like always saw his own, like as he was writing, his characters would come to life.
Yeah.
And Christopher Plummer is in it, if I recall correctly. And anyways,
Cool. I mean, that's amazing. So, like I said before, I really enjoyed the Jim Carrey version. Now, the Jim Carrey animated version.
yeah, getting
was
back
just
to
great.
it.
Number 5, Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton.
I love this movie.
Yeah, I also love this movie.
I love the music,
Yeah.
and my youngest son Lex loves musicals, loves music. Anything that has music in it, like if he could watch Moana right now, he would do that. He does not want to watch this movie. Anything that looks like this movie, it's kind of like
Claymation.
claymation
Yeah.
plasticine.
Oh, he doesn't like claymation at all?
No, like he's becoming a teenager.
Yeah.
But if you were like, hey, do you want to watch the Box Trolls? He would like, I don't know what it is.
I really
don't know if
enjoyed
a
it.
piece of Play-Doh like punched him in the face when he was young.
When he was a little baby.
But if you wanted to watch Nightmare Before Christmas, Box Trolls, I think there's other ones like that.
Yeah.
No, he will run and hide.
All the Wallace and Gromit's.
Yeah, no way.
Not interested.
Oh, those are fun though.
Yeah,
no,
they are pretty good.
it creeps him out. I don't know what it is.
So this is The Nightmare Before Christmas was really my introduction to like Tim Burton's imagination, and I loved like all the crooked lines, the twirly sort of the design of the whole thing. I really, really loved it, and because it's something so fresh and new.
Yeah.
And you know what? It actually merges two holidays together. I mean,
I just love the fact that he loves Christmas so much, and he's like, I love Christmas so much. We're going to kidnap Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And then all the like Halloween people are making gifts for kids, and they're like, I don't know, what would a kid like? How about a dismembered head?
Yeah.
Put it in a box.
Love it.
Anyways, I love Nightmare Before Christmas.
I don't think I've actually seen it.
Zach hates Christmas.
I don't hate Christmas.
And Halloween.
And
Halloween.
movies.
I just haven't seen a lot of movies.
Johnny Depp plays
a lot of TV.
Jack the Pumpkin King, and it is amazing.
All right.
Please watch it immediately.
4. Scrooged. Zach, take us away.
Well, I haven't actually seen it.
This cannot be true.
This
What is happening
What is
here?
this about?
Scrooged is
That's the only one that I have no idea what.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so it's Bill
Scrooge
Murray.
is amazing.
And it actually, did you know that Bill Murray was thinking about giving up acting altogether? He was like, I'm gonna quit. He had a big hit, Ghostbusters, and he had moved to Paris, and he was just gonna chill out, and he was not gonna act anymore. He was thinking about it, and then he got stupid.
Bill.
What a dumb decision! Don't be stupid. And then he got.
We love you, Bill.
He got Scrooged, and it brought him back to acting.
So he's like this big time TV producer, and he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Right. He's an asshole to all his people. At one point, they're like, "Hey, the little reindeer antlers, we're having a hard time gluing them on the little puppy," and he's like, "Get a staple gun." And they're like, "What?" Anyways, so they're making essentially a TV version of A Christmas Carol in the studio, and they have like dancing girls with huge boobs and all this kind of stuff, and they have like there's a trailer for a show where Santa comes in. Is it Santa comes in and like kills all the reindeer with like a shotgun and stuff?
Yeah, there's like
It's like this year, no, Santa doesn't take shit from anybody, and
Yeah,
he's
it's like super action movie, and then at one stage they show the trailer, and somebody turns to Bill Murray and is like, somebody died of a heart attack watching the trailer. Anyway, so he's a bad dude, and then it's the Christmas Carol. It's the story of the Christmas Carol. So they come and take him away and show him things. The ghosts of Christmas past, present, and Christmas future.
Do you remember the girl? I don't know if she was she always flew. She kind of looks like a fairy, and she kept punching him in the face. I think she was the ghost of Christmas Present. She had a super high, squeaky voice, and he was like, "Get me out of here!" Blah blah blah, and she would punch him in the face and go, "You're so silly." Psh. Anyways,
I'm gonna need to watch that part again.
oh, that's so good.
Okay, number 3, Die Hard.
I mean, I don't know why it's not number one. Which one is number? I mean, come on. Die Hard should be listed as the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
No, I mean, look, I get what you're saying, but because Die Hard's great.
Yeah,
but come on.
No. Okay.
Not the greatest Christmas movie, but it's a great movie.
It is a great movie, and it takes place at Christmas.
Would you want to play? Who would you want to play more? Bruce Willis or Alan Rickman, the bad guy?
Would I have to do the accent?
Yes.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think you could play that role your way.
I don't know. Both would be fun.
If you are running away, you would have to be barefoot, and you'd have to run over all the glass.
You'd have to, like for real, the real glass, because he's a method actor.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he got shot for real.
No way.
But
that time when he grabbed the fire hose and jumped off the side of the building.
But he is deaf. There's a scene where they fire a gun next to his head, and
really?
the director was like wanted it to be as real as possible, so they put like real blanks, and he lost hearing in one ear, or he.
Oh wow!
Partially. I don't know, but permanent hearing damage anyway. So Bruce Willis or Alan Rickman? that is tough because the thing is that you want to be
Bruce
Willis, but your talents might lend really well to the Alan Rickman character, right?
Yeah, I might say Alan Rickman just because.
Like your talents would
fun.
lend really well to the Alan Rickman character,
Yeah.
but the Bruce Willis character is the most fun to play.
I would like to be
I'd
the
probably-
Lars character.
The what?
Lars, the big guy, the
big
big
blonde-
German with the blonde hair that like cuts through all the pipes with the chainsaw. Gets really angry when his brother dies and kicks things over.
I'd probably know it if I'd seen the movie.
This is a podcast about movies.
I know
getting
enough
crazy.
about it that I can hold.
He's faking it. He's faking it.
This is unbelievable. All right,
I know what I'm getting Zach for Christmas.
you had 10 movies. Okay, number 2, Love Actually.
I've seen it once.
Good, I haven't seen it. You guys have a talk.
Oh my
A
god,
year or
you
two
haven't
ago.
seen it? Yeah?
No, because it's got the word love right in the title.
Oh, you're such a shallow ballsack. Zach, talk to me about Love Actually.
It's about a bunch of people in love on Christmas.
He hasn't seen it.
No, I
He
have.
has not
I've-
seen it.
I've seen
He's
it
like,
once.
what is in the...
I can tell
what's in
you.
the-
He's a
Okay,
liar.
it like follows a bunch of different people, groups of people, but like they don't have any relation to each other. I don't think.
He saw the poster.
No. There's one. It's like Hugh Grant's the prime minister and falls in love with his secretary, and then
No, that's 2 weeks' notice.
No, Love Actually.
it's every Hugh Grant movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Except for Notting Hill, which is the other way around.
There you go.
They really turned it on their heads, that one.
and then there's like Bill Nighy. He's a rock star.
The science guy?
No, Bill Nye,
Nye.
the guy whose hands are always like this. He played the guy who builds the universe in
Nighy.
Oh.
yeah, you know, like the English rocker. Who's always like, come on, man. Always take a towel. 42.
Oh.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Russell Brand?
No. What's that movie? What's that movie where
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he takes them on the tour where they talk about building the world, and he's like,
Oh.
and he's also the lead character.
He's
in
the guy
About
from-
Time.
Oh. Yeah. Cool.
So he's also the lead. He's the father in About Time, which is a great little indie movie about time travel. It's awesome.
And then there's
But his love story is really an interesting one, because
Tell us about it, Zach. Here's the thing.
What's
I don't
his
think-
arc again? I think I thought he has like a really terrible. He's like selling out at this point. He doesn't care, and he does like a really cheesy Christmas.
And this
song or
is the
something.
thing. He's like an aged rock star who's like fighting to get his way back on top. And now Christmas is coming, and the thing is that he has, you know, and then his single does go number 1. You know what I mean? It's number 1 at Christmas. This is big. They're back at the top. You know, and now he can, because he's back at the top, he can have all these ladies, and he can live this rock star lifestyle. And what he realizes is that the manager, who he treats like a pile of shit, is his best friend. And so it's sort of like a Frozen love story where you know, you realize that the two people they love each other in kind of a platonic way.
Kind of like 2 weeks' notice.
Now
You're not selling me on this movie.
And then
Now-
there's other stories too.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different. There's.
Does anyone save a
Andrew
whole building
Lincoln.
full of people from terrorists?
Maybe.
Okay. I mean,
later in the movie.
Yeah. Is a guy who's in love with his best friend's girlfriend or
Yeah.
fiance or something.
And he has to let her go. It is a gorgeous movie.
And then
It is awesome.
Alan Rickman's also in this one.
then I'm in.
Do you know what? Every British, it's like every top British actor was in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson's dealing with the death of his
I mean,
wife.
he's not British.
Oh right. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got a daughter.
And he's got a son.
Oh right.
And it's about him and his son reconnecting
Right.
over the drums. There's like a whole bunch of love stories, and they are really awesome.
Martin Freeman plays a porn actor who's just shooting a porno on.
Yeah, well, it's softcore porn, right? It's like it's not full penetration. And while they're doing this sort of the softcore porn, him and the other actress kind of fall for each other.
I don't think they do. I think they just like it cuts between all these other love stories, and it just shows them like in between takes, just standing there naked and being like,
No, I think.
so do you have plans for Christmas?
Yeah, exactly. No, I think at the end they're like, "Do you want to?
Oh, do they?
Do you want to go and grab a coffee?" And
It's
they're
been
like,
a
"Yeah."
while since
But I will say one of my favorite storyline, which because there's a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Is there's this dude who's like, I am moving to America, and he's like, and his friends are like, what do you expect is gonna be in America? It's like, there's just gonna be girls in America. I'm not packing anything in my bag. I'm just packing it full of condoms, and I'm going to America because American girls are sexy and hot, and
I see
and,
from
and I
South
have a
Africa.
British accent. Shut your mouth. So he like, so he, at the end of the movie, he does actually arrive in America, and he just walks into a bar, and he like sits down. And you assume that he's gonna kind of have his heart crushed, but he doesn't. He like hooks up with the 3 hottest, and they're like, "You want to come to our place? We only have one bed, and it's so hot that we sleep naked." And he's just, and his dreams come true.
Okay, you've sold me.
No,
Thanks.
It's cool.
But then also there's a story with Alan Rickman, who he falls for someone who's not his wife,
That's right.
and then
And his wife is
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson, and it's amazing. And Emma Thompson works out that he's having an affair, and they have a nice family at home, and he has to
Yeah, and
Killed him.
Although even though like that is like kind of the dramatic one, the darker one.
Yeah.
There's still like the best scene with Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, shows up as so I think Alan Rickman's trying to secretly buy a necklace for this girl that he's seeing on the side, and then Rowan Atkinson plays the jewelry clerk, and he's like, "Would you like me to wrap it, sir?" And so he does like this fancy wrap, and he's like, just hurry.
yeah, because he's buying it while his wife's in the store.
She's somewhere else in the store,
Yeah.
and so he's like wrapping it up. And he's like, "Would you like the VIP like box?" And he's like, "Fine, sure, just quickly." And so, and then he takes forever. He's like putting like glitter on it, and then like bows and bows, and then like he takes out some flowers and like snips the like. No. He's just like, "Can you come on?" And then he finally just like makes this whole thing. There you are, sir.
Yeah, that's good. And then there's also the Colin. Probably one of the most predominant stories is the Colin Firth story, because he.
Is that the Prime Minister one?
No, so the Prime Minister one is a prominent one, but the Colin Firth is the one where I think he catches his wife cheating on him.
Colin Firth.
The best part was when you were saying every British actor was in there. I was like, I wonder if Colin Firth is in there.
Oh, really?
And as it turns out, he is. Can I take, while you look that up, can I take an aside and throw out a major Christmas? We should actually, let's just talk later about all the Christmas movies we missed.
Okay, just a little something. Sorry, just
No, I'm going to talk about it right now.
yeah, Colin Firth.
Oh. I don't remember.
And then he falls in love with so he finds out that someone's cheating on him. He falls in love with, and then he moves to Portugal to go and finish his book. He falls in love with the Portuguese sort of the cleaning lady who would come to clean the house and keep the house clean. And he falls in love with her. It's one of the more predominant stories because they don't really speak English. And so they have the subtitles, and you see what he's saying, and you see what she's saying.
Oh,
You see
right.
that
He's the writer,
Yeah,
and he
and
goes
you
and she speaks Spanish, and
and you see that they're
Right,
starting
right,
to fall
right,
for
right.
each other.
I speak Spanish.
I remember that. now.
Yeah, poquito. Okay, cool. So as you can tell, Love Actually.
You guys love that movie.
Yeah, big time. I do.
I've seen it once. I'm just saying what I remember.
But no,
Zach saw
I
the
loved
trailer
it.
and the
It's good.
poster.
I love that movie because it is it's the best feel-good movie. Like everybody wins.
How much of a movie?
Not everybody.
It does the Alan Rickman character that doesn't work out.
She finds out. And
Yeah.
then
This is just spoiling everything
That's like
for
the.
me. I'm
emotional
obviously
scene.
going to watch
Yeah.
this movie. So, how much movie is each set? Would you say?
It's a long movie. Yeah.
You think 10 minutes per?
It's about like an equal amount of time. For
Yeah,
her, 'cause
and do you know
each
what?
one
It
has,
doesn't
like, a
feel
bit of
it
an
doesn't
arc.
feel rushed because they bounce from story to story, giving you the best parts.
Yeah.
Of
I
each
wonder.
story.
I wonder in a 2-hour movie, let's say, how much time is dedicated to each story.
Yeah. That would be an interesting thing because
like if you just took each person's story, is it a 5 to 10 minute short film? You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it would be longer than that. I would say you've probably got
how many couples?
Some of the
how
stories,
many couples are there?
But some of the stories are more predominant than others, right? Some of them are just like snippets. Like the Rockstar one is just like that would be a 5 to 10 minutes, right? And you'd have a series of 5, like the guy who puts bags of condoms on his back.
3 minutes.
Yeah, that's just 3 minutes, but it's just hilarious. And then, but then you have some of the more predominant ones, like Liam Neeson's one, the Alan Rickman story, the Prime Minister story, the Hugh Grant story is more predominant, and those are probably like 25 minutes.
Right.
They probably got a good chunk of time.
What do you guys do if you have to go to the washroom?
You go.
Yeah.
You go, and then what happens is
It's done.
Pee in the can.
Oh.
yeah, we can't stop.
Just over there and over there. It's a gross toilet, but don't worry about it.
All right. Now that Zach is gone,
What a dick.
I mean, we haven't even seen it.
So terrible. No. Zach is honestly the one. He's such a phenomenal actor.
He's so funny. Yeah. Like, here's what you need to do. Shameless plug.
No.
First of all, go to the show notes for this episode, episode 22, and I'm gonna put a couple clips of Zach. I think we got some outtakes for Bickerman's Grove, maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely have some Postman stuff. We'll throw in a couple Postman things. We're not going to cut new stuff, but but if you want to watch Zach, I Was a Greenhouse, Bickerman's Grove, they are hilarious. Especially Bickerman's Grove. I mean,
he was so funny. And
I
you know
Was
what
a
the thing
Greenhouse.
is?
He's not as funny.
No, he's.
But
I mean, it's a drama. So, but the thing about Zach is that he has a unique brand, which is funny. It's
A lot of pauses.
Good. Yeah.
Like
natural. It comes across natural.
One that comes to me is all of the family is standing at the base of the stairs in Bickerman's Grove, and they're arguing, blah blah blah, and the one lady's like, "Where are the children?" And he's like, "They're over there," right? And he just has this little moment where everything is pauses, everything is soft. And he's just hilarious in every moment. Anyways,
no, he's a bit of a golden boy. He should be huge. He's got so much talent. It's crazy.
He should be in everything.
He should be huge. If you want to put someone with talent in your movie,
holy shit,
you should get in touch with Zach. You got to pay him some dollars. Not much. Like hey. No. Look, he's not like an A-tier actor here, but he needs dollars to come and do a thing.
You can get him for not much right now.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And then soon you won't be able to get him for not much.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if talent dictated, that would be exactly what.
That's correct. Zach, we
spoke about you the whole time.
We got you a new job, hopefully.
We spoke about you the whole time. No,
Zach,
towels.
just his shoulders. Thanks.
Oh. He just wiped his hands on my shirt.
No, I didn't. I gave you a shoulder rub.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, number one.
I
feel
was
like
number
I
two?
disagree. Number 2 is Love Actually.
Oh,
do you remember
okay.
we talked about it for 45 minutes?
Did we?
He's a bit grumpy because he wasn't the one doing the talking. Usually he's the one talking. When he's not talking, it upsets him. Number 1 is
when
the
I'm
Grinch.
not talking or eating something.
Number 1 is the Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Which one?
Jim Carrey.
Not the original cartoon?
No. Balls. The Jim Carrey one is so good. The Ron Howard one is just amazing. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It is great.
It's so good. Like, okay, so I'd just like to say
Speaking of stapling antlers to a dog.
Exactly. So there's something I'd like to say, that there are certain roles that are perfect for a person, for an individual. One of those roles is like Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. It's like it was like the role is perfect for him. Like nobody could play it quite like him, and he was perfect for it. You know, and this is like Jim Carrey has had a couple of roles that are kind of perfect for him, but the Grinch is like nobody has a face that does what Jim Carrey's face really does.
And his
like
whole body.
When he smiles, in the Grinch smile, you can't even believe that it's a human underneath that, because it looks so much like the cartoon, like the actual Grinch. It is like the perfect role for him. And it's funny and it's heartwarming and it's amazing. And I love it. I love it.
I have seen it.
Well, then you know it's an excellent Christmas movie and deservedly
I've seen both,
number
I
one.
think, but it's been so long. Right?
What do you think?
Mary Lou Who.
Yeah. I remember one of my favorite like trivia bits from the Jim Carrey one was that he went through like a CIA or training to withstand torture,
What?
like torture training, because the makeup and costume
Oh, it was so
claustrophobic and uncomfortable and hot and like just like when you're stuck in that for how many ever hours per day, or just sitting there getting it done to you, like it can like really mess with you. You just want to like claw it all off and stuff like that. So
you lose your mind.
So
Wow.
he went through like CIA training, like torture
Yeah.
training, because that's what they do, like to be able to like
He actually
Shut that
couldn't
off or,
handle
like-
the
Yellow contacts.
yellow contacts. So that at one point they took them out, and they CGI'd the yellow eyes on for the rest.
Yeah.
of
Oh,
the
really?
movie.
Yeah, he was having so much difficulty with the yellow contacts. Do you have it?
and
Do you guys have
speaking-
it? Yeah.
And I can speak from experience because I just did a commercial recently where I was a caveman.
Yes.
Yes, we saw
That
it.
was
That was funny.
hilarious
And
for an electric car.
yeah, and I was in makeup for 4 hours. Literally, it was 4 hours. Was it 4 hours? Yeah,
It was
no,
actually
4
30 minutes. Yeah. No, it was 4 hours?
And you went insane?
Because she put on a prosthetic brow, which we ended up not... You couldn't even tell it was on there by the end of it, but we were like, ugh. But so she had to build it up with latex right on my skin
Oh,
or whatever,
man.
and then like let it
Let
dry,
it dry,
and
and
she
then put some more on.
build some more
Yeah.
on, and then she kind of sculpted it around, and then she had to do all the makeup off, and I had a beard at this point. I had to shave it all off so they could put a fake beard on. When she had like a fake beard, she would snip bits off and then like build the beard, like glue strands all like up my face and then build it up so it looked like that. And then they put a wig on, and then she had to make up my whole face, and then they put makeup on my whole body that you could see with the costume. I was wearing like furs and stuff like that, so I looked like darker and dirty and
Yeah.
grimy and stuff like that. And then they did my teeth. They put like yellowing stuff and black bits on there, and it took 4 hours. I was sitting there before I started shooting.
And then the shot took
And
like
then
10 minutes.
then the whole day. Well, no. And then the rest of the day I kept it on. I had to scrape it off for lunch and then eat, and then they put it back on again. But I remember the whole day like I just, by the end of the day, I just wanted to claw it all off. Like I needed to get out of it because it was starting to get so like I don't
icky.
know. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. But
Since you didn't see any of these Christmas movies,
that's some of them.
I feel like we've
Need to punch him in the face?
No.
Okay.
I feel like we've been amiss. While we were talking about Love Actually, while you guys were talking about Love Actually, I
You were
actually
daydreaming
remembered.
about something else.
I was. It's funny that you mentioned daydreaming specifically, because I was thinking of what might be actually my favorite Christmas movie of all time.
And it's not on the list?
It's not.
Shoot.
So I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity. What Christmas movies would you put on the list now that you didn't see on that list? Zach, you must know another Christmas movie.
The Santa Claus 2?
Bad Santa.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Then there is Elf.
I mean,
Elf.
Smiling is my favorite. Anyone who knows me says, first of all, I'm happy all the time. And
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Jason never gets grumpy at all.
Never.
And then there is Christmas Vacation.
That's the one.
With Chevy Chase.
Christmas Vacation was what I was thinking about, and I can't.
Funny, man. Chevy Chase is so funny. And do you know what? You watch it today, and he's funny today.
He's amazing. So when you guys were talking about Alan Rickman buying the jewelry, do you remember the scene where Chevy Chase is in the mall and the girl is showing him sexy underwear? Oh. And he's standing at the booth, and she's like, "Look, it goes all the way up here," and she's bringing up her dress and showing the underwear, and he's like, he looks over, and there's his son, and he's like, "Russ, look, it goes all the way up the."
Goes all the way up.
Anyways, I love Christmas Vacation. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is good.
I don't think I've seen it all the way through, but I've seen a lot of it, like just in chunks and clips and stuff like that.
What do you do with your time? Seriously,
he acts. He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch anything.
He's not watching. He's making.
I watch a lot of like TV shows.
Oh,
I
like
find,
what?
like,
What's your favorite TV show right now? Because first of all, I think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Go.
My favorite? I don't know.
See, he doesn't watch anything.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
What am I watching right now?
Do you actually exist, or afterwards are you just gonna go climb in a pod and hibernate?
We were actually asking him
evaporate.
when he showed up. We were like, "Yeah, we're doing this podcast, blah blah blah." Yeah, and he's like, I never listened to podcasts. I did a podcast for a long time. Tell us about the podcast that you did.
Hardball Hollywood.
Can people still listen to this Hardball Hollywood? Like, does it exist in the world?
Yeah, we had a website too, like a domain name and everything.
That makes you legit. But that means you exist.
I think just over the months we because we started
over the month,
and then I moved to we did it once a month, and then I moved to Toronto, and like me coming back to do it and like just getting everyone together and stuff like that. It
became a pain in the face.
It was a cool concept.
Do you know what you could? Do you know what you could do though? And I'll just throw this out there. You could record yourself because you have the audio equipment that you use for music.
That's what we had I would like Skype in or something like that, and they would record it and I would record it, and then I just send them the thing. We never kind of got around to that, and I think we all just got pretty busy.
Faded away.
It was a cool concept though.
It is a cool concept.
Fantasy football league for movies.
Yeah.
Was the idea.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So those are our top movies.
Okay.
Our top Christmas.
Let's move it along. We're moving right into trivia.
We're moving into
It's not going to be Christmas trivia, unfortunately.
It's just trivia.
Because we have...
This is movie trivia. And...
Here you go. Here you go, Zach. We're doing movie trivia. This is our new... We have two new segments for our show. You read question number 2. We take turns. Don't look at the answers because we all get to guess.
We all get a chance, but you... So...
You're the guest, so he gets to go first.
Okay,
you don't
Zach,
get to go first.
Zach is the guest because he gets to go first.
That's right.
So I read number 2.
Yeah, question number 2. We're all going to guess. Here we go.
Do I write it down?
No.
No, you just read it to us.
Movie trivia. Zach, we
Okay.
started...
Movie trivia.
All right. We have a theme song now. Do that one more time.
Movie trivia.
Amazing.
That's what we did. We actually, for Hardball, each segment, we came up with
A little song.
a jingle each time that was different each time, but we all we just sung it and like.
That's cool. You seem to have fun memories of this podcast.
Yeah, it was fun.
You should do it again.
It's just a.
They're not going to do it. What we should do is we should do it instead.
Yeah, we'll just steal their idea.
We're going to steal their idea and make it a segment on our show.
Or I can get you in touch with the guy.
No.
He actually doesn't live too far from there. He just lives down the road.
All right, question number 2. Go.
Question number 2, attack.
Okay. What Ivan Reitman film features a chant led by Bill Murray of "It Just Doesn't Matter"?
It just doesn't matter. I'm going to say, what about Bob?
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
a good one. Same?
Well, you can't just say
Yeah, no, you can't. Sorry. I'm gonna say Ghostbusters just to be different.
Okay.
Okay.
What is it, Zach?
I think you're right. Genius.
Meatballs.
Meatballs, damn it.
I don't think
Forget
I've
about
seen
meatballs.
Nothing.
Here's the thing.
000.
What about Bob? One of my favorite jokes that I remembered for ages was in that movie. And it was, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm a schizophreniac, and so am I.
Yes. I haven't seen that in so long, but it's so funny, man.
Oh.
All right, you're up.
I couldn't believe how much I loved that movie because when I got it out of the video shop, I was like,
You're like, it's so it
looks so
two
stupid.
men on a white background. They're like, what?
And then the shadow of the one man is strangling the shadow of the other man.
Yeah.
And it just seems so plain. I think it's Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah.
And it's just so funny. Okay, what film did Paul Newman suiting up for the Chiefs? What film had Paul Newman suiting up for the Chiefs? Paul Newman suiting up the Chiefs? I don't know. It's either it's football.
Seen The Longest Yard?
No, the Chiefs wouldn't be the longest yard.
Like the original one.
Yeah, the original. That are you gonna stick
I
with
will
that answer?
say-
That's good.
Sure, I don't know.
I will
what else
say, I don't know, Rudy. I think that's wrong too.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Quick
say
name of football movie.
Friday Night Lights. I don't even know.
Amazing.
Slapshot. Hockey.
Oh, hockey.
You Canadian
Right.
dicks.
Nope.
The fact that you don't know that is like
Never
sacrilege.
seen it. What? Never seen it.
Hey, me too.
There you go.
Surprise.
Surprise. Zach, we started to do trivia because
Because we know nothing.
we know nothing.
Yeah.
It turns out we still don't. All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Where could Woody Allen be found on most Monday nights?
At home?
Trivia.
I will say at the comedy club. Playing clarinet at Michael's pub.
So I win.
No.
Because I said trivia. Trivia takes place at a pub. I get half a point.
You get 0
Half
points.
a point.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, here's a point for everybody.
Mm.
How does James Bond prefer his martinis? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Shaken, not stirred.
Nobody,
Okay.
nobody gets a point.
No, I'm going to give us all 3 a point
Oh,
rather than do it your way where everybody has 0. Now
What?
everybody has 1.
For a side point, for just you two, because I know the answer, what does Daniel Craig name his new drink that he created?
The Vesper.
He gets an extra point.
I will crush you now.
I had a phase many years ago where I read the...
Where you love Daniel Craig?
Or no, I read the books.
Oh. Was it in the books? No, it
Yes.
wasn't.
Yes. I think it...
Amazing.
I think it is. Or no, maybe it's not. I can't remember.
What was the opening song from Midnight Cowboy? See, these are way too old. How old is this game?
Movies, you should still know the classics.
Oh, James Bond.
We need to see Midnight Cowboy.
I mean, the only song that I can think of is It's a Rhinestone Cowboy. And that can't be it. There's
Zach?
no way.
Jump.
I didn't even know.
By Van
it.
Halen. I don't know. What's the answer?
Everybody's talking.
No. What Steve Martin film is a modern day version of Cyrano de Bergerac? Thing is, I know the answer. But you guys can try to guess first.
Steve Martin film. I'm gonna say Father of the Bride.
You are wrong.
Have I seen the play? Cyrano de Bergerac was a play.
Sweet. I'm so happy to get another point. This movie is Roxanne. Yeah. He has a long nose, super long nose,
That's right.
and he tells jokes about himself all the time. He's like, I've heard all the jokes. I love to wake up in the morning and smell cocaine in Colombia. Finally, a man that can satisfy two women at the same time.
Tells jokes about himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Zach, hit us.
Okay.
Did you give me another point?
Yes, I did.
Sweet.
What actor presented Laurence Olivier with his honorary Academy Award in 1979?
Peter Fonda.
Sidney Poitier.
I have a feeling it would be Cary Grant.
That's not a bad.
Oh, look, it's Cary Grant.
He knew it.
I didn't look at the card.
What James Bond film features a Bond nemesis with 3 nipples?
Oh, I know.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna guess. From Russia with Love.
I'm gonna say Octopussy.
Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun.
The man with the golden gun.
Don't give me another point because I looked at the gun. I saw it when I was.
Oh, he's a cheater. I love it.
Cheater
Amazing.
poker.
All right, last one. Zach's got 3.
Although I still.
Jason's got 2. Adrian's got 1. Oh, he knows the answer.
I do. Sorry, guys. Whose given name is Kal-El?
Superman.
Superman.
Everybody knows it? God damn it. Zach,
Zach wins.
once
Hey.
again,
Well done.
it is a pleasure when our guests come on our show and know more trivia than we do.
It was a fluke.
Yeah, because he hasn't seen any movie ever. Like, how does he know this stuff? You're embarrassing.
I'm embarrassing myself.
No. So, Zach, thank you very much. So, just so that people know,
Well,
we have asked...
before we finish,
Yeah.
we do have to do our final.
Oh,
segment
yes,
of the show.
yes. Okay, final segment
Are
of
we
the show.
doing that afterwards?
Yeah. No, yes, we can do that afterwards. Just to let people know, we've asked Zach to play a role in the new film Winter Wonderland.
He's agreed.
He has agreed, and
I've heard nothing about it. But
Zach's like,
so we'll tell you about it afterwards. But essentially,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a zombie movie where everybody's trapped inside the house, and then it's a murder mystery within the house.
okay.
So people start dying inside of the house, and your character, should you choose to accept this mission,
No spoilers.
we've given it all away.
we actually haven't.
No, we haven't spoiled anything. But
Okay.
but
We actually haven't even talked about Zach's character,
okay,
other than the name.
yeah. So, but can I say, kind of
No.
like, yes,
Okay.
why not?
Yeah.
You're kind of the detective character.
Oh. Okay.
You're surprised. You're like,
I sure.
yeah. But you might also be the killer.
You're like,
Oh.
yeah, we're not. Here's the thing. It's very exciting for us
We're not going to tell you
Well,
who the
you-
killer is.
because
Tell
we've
me, but
no,
not
we
just
actually
the-
can't.
Oh,
no,
really?
we're not going to
What?
tell.
The
actors,
cast aren't gonna
the
know.
cast aren't going to know.
Who they are.
But then
Yeah.
how would they?
That's
It's
why
ve-
we
it's-
want you,
there's
Zach.
a bit of improv. There's a bit of improv. We're gonna run scenes a little bit loose. We're not gonna have it hard scripted.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It's gonna be kind of loose. It's gonna kind of allow people to flow. We're gonna say this is where you need to get. This is what happens in the scene. We'll rehearse a couple times, sort of like a play. Like we'll kind of warm up those muscles so they're ready to fire, and then we'll give you the situation, and then we'll have 3 cameras running, and we will capture the moments.
And if we really need to, we will.
Kill you for real.
We'll give you the lines.
Oh.
No, but the thing is, we'll let you know what lines we need.
We'll use you like a puppet. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
okay.
That was that maneuver.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Zach. Final. I shouldn't do this, right?
Yeah, you've really ruined your cards.
Oh yeah, these are all garbage.
You're gonna throw them away?
Yeah, 100%.
After
You can
we've done
recycle
it?
them.
Oh, you're
Are
gonna.
you worried about paper?
We're not gonna do question 3.
No, because all the other questions are different kinds of questions.
Oh,
like they're like
these are only movie.
no.
still- you can
Number
still-
number two is a question. Here's number 3. Bruce Willis, Kim Basinger,
I think you have to guess the movie they were both in.
Yeah.
and then number 3.
But that's not a bad
Number
question.
4 is Midler, daughter, single,
The Beth Midler's daughter's name.
and then the next one was the Carpetbaggers, Duel of Champions.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying the
The
number
first
2
one
is
though. The first one though is
Kim Basinger and Bruce Willis were in. What is that? Where were they?
Blind Date.
Oh, I haven't seen that at all.
Yeah. So anyways,
And there's a name with there's a movie with isn't there a movie with Tina Fey and
that's called Date Night.
the last one's kind of. You have to guess who the actor is. I had the appendix scar in Jaws, and I also played Popeye Doyle's partner in The French Connection.
Richard
appendix-
Dreyfuss.
Roy Scheider.
I'm just saying. The question number 2 is an actual question about a movie, and all the others are other weird things.
All right. So hit Zach.
But no, we can. Zach, our final segment for all of our guests. We'd like to ask you. Now, you may not even have an answer because you don't watch movies.
Because you're a weirdo.
But the question is, what are your 3 desert island movies? Movies that you could watch over and over and over again every day for the rest of your life.
Fellowship of the Ring.
Wow.
Two Towers. Return of the King.
Oh my god.
What?
That's awesome.
The whole Lord of the Rings series?
Yeah,
I
that's
was,
awesome.
I was actually, well, no, I was just talking about this with someone, with my girlfriend, and we were, and
Is it
she'd
the same
seen-
girlfriend
she'd
that
seen
we
them, but
met?
she hasn't.
Is it the same girlfriend we met before?
No.
No new girlfriend?
Yeah.
Or out with the old, in with the new?
Well,
Merry Christmas, everyone. God bless us.
What happened to the photographer?
Everyone.
but she.
Don't
she
say
had-
what happened to people. She got hit by a bus.
No.
Anyway, she hadn't seen the extended editions, and so I was telling her.
That's
and
right.
Then, and then I literally just earlier today I pulled it off the shelf and I was just kind of looking through it because like I realized I hadn't seen it.
Because
in a
the extended editions are like it's like a 9 hours of movie. You've got a lot.
12.
No.
Oh, it's 12 hours.
I didn't believe
short
her. She was like,
versions are 9 hours of movie.
the long is.
I
like
didn't
12
believe her
hours
when
of
she
movie?
said she's just like, oh, I have no time for it. They're so long. I was like, I mean, they're not that long. She's like, isn't the Return of the King is like 3 hours long? And it was like, I don't think. And I looked it up, and apparently with the extended, it's an hour of more footage.
Oh my god.
It's 4 hours and like 15 minutes long. And
So,
but when you watch them, they don't actually seem that long.
yeah. So in fact, The Lord of the Rings was the first time that I went to a movie in the cinema. Time and time again.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was like, I went, and then I went the next day, and then I went the day after that, and I went. I saw it like 4 times in the cinema. I'm absolutely in love with it.
Like I can
love the
probably
whole
quote,
series.
like I can probably like word for word recite like the entire first.
And my ex.
And you have my sword
Yeah.
and my bow, my axe.
Shit. Not only can he quote it,
You can do it in
he'll
the
do it
voices.
in the voices. Oh, so good.
You're late. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. Frodo beckons. He arrives precisely when he means to.
That is so good. You practice in the mirror all the time.
You know that is a,
fire will not avail you. Flame of Uruk.
Okay.
Go back to the shadow.
That is really good. That is really good.
You shall not pass.
okay. Now do Samwise Gamgee because he's the best.
No. Do the line. Flee, you fools. With the kind of hoarse whisper.
Fly, you fools.
That's good. That is so good. Hire Zach. If you're a person that hires actors, hire this guy.
But wait, it was like
There's more.
on your feet, Mary. Pippin. Well, give them a moment for pity's sake. By nightfall, these hills will be crawling with orcs. Frodo. And then.
Okay.
That's so good.
Hang
The
tight.
voices are there. If I close my eyes, like
Everyone, get ready. We're gonna be 3 more hours. We're all gonna
Samwise
take a fast
Gamgee,
break.
have you been eavesdropping? I haven't been dropping no eaves, sir.
how many times have you seen that movie? Seriously,
So many times.
You
all the
haven't
times,
seen
all the times
should
that
have been
you could have
watching
been watching
Christmas
all
movies.
the other movies.
He's
he
been
was
watching
not.
Lord of the Rings.
He already has
On
his Desert
repeat.
Island movies.
Yeah, that was cool. That's cool.
I do want to ask one more question, and then
Okay.
you can wrap up.
Yeah.
How do you? This is an acting question. Is that okay? How do you prepare? Do you have anything in particular? Like if you were gonna, we've been talking about how much you're acting. You're doing theater acting. You're doing some film stuff. You're doing commercials. Let's say you were gonna. I mean, nobody's made it this far, so I don't even know why I'm asking this question at this point.
Yeah, there's literally no one listening to us anymore.
Oh,
But
But it's okay.
okay.
Because do you
Well,
know what?
what do you
One
do?
day someone will listen.
there you go. What do you do to prepare? Like, do you sit in front and do you watch things and just repeat? Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Like, how do you start to
it depends
do
on
the process?
What you're playing.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, a lot of the stuff I've done lately in theater. Well, like just with Shakespeare stuff, I played the lover in that one, so he's very like similar to myself. So like, well, no, but no, like in Shakespeare, the lovers are just like generally happy people, and like there's not
too much work you have to do on the character.
Yeah, you don't like.
It's close
if you
enough.
have a similar personality,
Yeah.
you don't really have to do a whole lot. Like as opposed to like maybe Shylock, who's like a bitter older guy who's like cunning, and like you have to kind of think about that sort of thing. With the lover, I was just going around like, I'm in love with this girl. Can you give me some money? And I was like, oh, all right, I'm gonna go marry her. And it's like, hey, we're married now. And
Yeah.
He did a much better job than what happened just now.
But yeah, I just a lot of thinking about the character, and I don't know.
Even for the electric car one commercial that you did where you played the caveman, like, did they give you a lot of direction? Do you like, if they're like, listen, we want you to be a caveman, like, do you start to think about it in advance, or do you just, you're like, I can just pull off anything in the moment?
Well, like there's always a moment like right before I'm about to do something like that where I'm just like, so like a caveman, he's just like, okay, just do a bunch of like, we'll just keep doing it over and over and just keep just try stuff out, because I'm just grunting. So like I'm sitting there in furs and like ridiculous wig, body makeup and everything, and there's like always a moment where like, what the fuck am I doing? Like what, like
what am I doing here?
Yeah, like I'm making like ridiculous grunting noises in front of all these people, and like I find like just jumping into it and just like not thinking.
I think that's,
you just kind of got to do it and zone everything out, and then that's when you can like.
You see the thing, and this is coming from somebody who watches actors. The people who do the best job are the people who can let go of those fears of being in front of doing something stupid in front of other people.
Don't be embarrassed.
Well,
yeah,
it's really hard to like, because I mean, especially with I Was a Greenhouse. I remember doing that. It was like my first film thing ever. First of all, and I was playing this character who was like super
handicapped. Yeah.
No.
That's the wrong word?
No, not super handicapped. I meant super difficult to play.
Okay, yeah. Much better.
It is difficult. It is difficult to play
like
someone
because you want to get it right, but you don't want to go too far, but also just doing that in front of people who are like scrutinizing it, watching it, like it feels really self-conscious. And I remember probably the first couple weekends we shot, like I never felt like I was fully into it until like I got comfortable doing it, and just I was always self-conscious right before like we'd do the shot, and then he'd say action, and I just like you just kind of have to make your brain say fuck it, and
that's right. You have to let go.
Just do it, and
yeah, because you have to go all the way. Like the people who don't go all the way are the people who you can see are acting.
Right,
because they're afraid of being embarrassed.
Although even me, like watching it, I can see bits where I was like, I wasn't fully.
That's
like,
only you, though.
But
you're the only one that can see that. Honestly.
Take us on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for very, very much for being a part of our podcast, and thank you very much to Mr. Zach Parsons. Zach, where can people find you or follow you? If they wanna, like, if there's like some hot shot out there who wants to hire you for something.
Well then.
How do they get in touch with you?
I don't know.
Could they find you on...
Email me.
Here's the thing. You get in touch with us.
Yeah.
We'll take a small cut.
Yeah, sure.
Don't you even worry about it.
And by small, we need like, what, 25%?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm working on a website.
Okay. So do you have the domain name?
No. It's like...
He thought about
one
time.
I started it like a year ago, and like it's.
When he says he started it, what he meant was
I was watching Lord of the Rings.
I should. I just have a website.
Yeah, I should probably update.
Yeah. I should probably get serious. Okay, listen.
Zach, can we put your socials on the website?
Yeah, we're
gonna put all Zach's
I
stuff. You can follow him on the Instagrams and whatnot.
And if you want to get in touch with him because you need a fantastic actor and you want to pay him some dollars to do some acting, then that's fun. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to Zach Parsons, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
We should have had mistletoe.
So that we could give each other a little peck on the face. So guys, listen. Dream big.
Work hard.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching our YouTube video.
First frames first.
Yes. First frames first. Thank you, Jason.
Welcome.
If you enjoyed, head over to our website, www.thefableforest.com. Check out our films and sign up for our newsletter where we will send you exclusive content.
Hit us up on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, always at The Fable Forest. And share our show with your friends. It'll really help us out a lot.
Dream big.
Work hard.